Hi, this is Aaron Greenberg, and just want to say huge thanks for asking me to share what Age of Empires means to me. This is a franchise that I go way, way, way back on, and in fact, I think I've spent more time playing Age of Empires 2 than any other game before I joined the games business. When I was working at Microsoft early in my career, it was a game I had on my laptop. I played it everywhere I went, whenever I was there, and got me dreaming of maybe I could actually work in games someday. And to be part of a team that has brought Age 2 back, that has worked to bring Age 4 to life, has just been, one of the career highlights for me, and to be part of a team that's done that. 2017, when we were in Germany, was a very special moment when we announced that we were making Age 4. And to see the fans all around the world in so many different countries and so many different languages growing and supporting and building the community that we have today. And I'm really excited about what's coming next in the future. So that's what Age of Empires means to me. It's deep, deep, deep rooted from my early days to today, one of my absolute favorite franchises, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Hi folks, my name's Sam Reynolds, and I work bringing all XGS titles to Steam for our PC users. I've been a gamer since I was probably about 5 years old, and in all of that time, some of my strongest and fondest memories are of the original Age of Empires. I first watched it being played at a friend's house with about 6 of us all crowded around the screen. Everybody was shouting out different advice, nobody knew what was going on, not even the person controlling the mouse. And then a little bit later on, someone actually installed it at our PCs at school. So every chance we got, a group of us would rush over, try and grab a seat, and get down to some serious LAN. And I just loved the game. The historical setting and the way things worked meant that every match was essentially a story. The way that the ages progress means that you've always got to be balancing your military versus your economy versus your research. And the thing that really brought it home for me was that there were so many different ways to win. I annoyed a lot of my friends by being a bit of a turtler, and this was back in the days before the trebuchet, so I could kind of get away with it. Obviously, I wanted to own it myself so I could finally play the campaign. So I had to wait until Christmas, and then when Christmas rolled around, we were on holiday, so I had to wait another 2 or 3 weeks. Very frustrating, but back in those days, I could pass the time looking at the manual and the tech tree, which came in the case. And they must have been the most read bits of paper for 1,000 miles. I read them a million times. My disc was actually stolen a few years later, so I dropped out a little bit. But I'm now very happy to be the proud owner of all 4 titles. And yeah, it's amazing to see the franchise come so far. It's amazing to be celebrating the 25th anniversary. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what the future holds. Cheers.
One of the things I absolutely love about our franchise is how there's so many different ways to experience Age of Empires. I'm mostly a casual player. I like to play skirmish a lot, but I also really enjoy playing with my family and my kids. Some of the fondest memories I have are of learning about history together through the campaigns and the videos. We also like to play multiplayer against each other. We essentially play these 1 hour and longer treaty games. We like to take the time to build up our eco, to create these beautiful medieval towns full of castles, to build up our big armies and then load them up with trebuchets and with bombards. And then all bets are off. It's every person for themselves after that. So for all of you who also have similar stories and experiences with Age of Empires, thank you so much for your support over all these years.
Hi everyone! Age of Empires is a very special franchise for me, personally as a gamer, but also as a marketer. My career started in 1997 when I was hired as the product manager for PC games in the Netherlands. And one of the first games that I worked on was Age of Empires. And one of the most beloved boxes that I have in my collection is this one. It's a signed copy by Bruce Shelley, who used to come over and excite the teams and the media about the franchise. I'm very grateful that I've been part of this franchise from the beginning, and it's also interesting to see kind of like how our fan base has grown over the years as well. I used to play the game just with my friends, and in today's kind of like environment with Age of Empires 4, I'm actually enjoying the games with both of my daughters as well as my son. So I'm just very excited that I'm part of the franchise, that I can work with all the talented people, that I can see the reactions from the fans out there. And I'm very, very excited about what the future will bring as well. So thank you all.
The story of AoE and me is one of nostalgic dreams forming into reality. Age of Empires was one of the first games that I remember playing growing up. Way back in 97, 98, my family got our first at-home computer, and among the games we had was one from Ensemble Studios. From the first time I launched Age of Empires, I was hooked. Not only did I like the city building aspect, but this was a game where I was learning history as well, and more importantly, I could build out maps and scenarios. This was my first gateway into game design. I recall a vacation where I wasn't allowed to bring the family laptop, so I brought pens and graph paper, and I was drawing out Age of Empires maps. If 10-year-old me knew that I would one day be working for Age of Empires, I would have been blown away. This is a game franchise that I grew up playing, aging up myself as the titles aged up as well. Every time I expanded my horizon on game design, there was Age of Empires with a new expansion, new title, or peripheral product to teach me more. I always viewed myself as an educator as well as a gamer, and Age of Empires is that same perfect blend. Flash forward in time, I've gone to college, I've gotten my Master's of Education, and I've moved to the Pacific Northwest to be with my husband. And I'm looking for a job in 2019 when a recruiter contacts me and says, "Have you ever heard of a game called Age of Empires?"
Hello, I was lucky enough to already be in Microsoft 25 years ago. And in fact, the person who hired me into Microsoft and the game industry eventually became the producer for Age of Empires. So being able to work on Age of Empires again is literally coming full circle back home. And it is a game that obviously we all love. And it is really, really awesome to be able to work on something that so many people feel very attached with, and that includes me, obviously, as well. And sometimes I need to pinch myself to say like, hey, I get to work on Age of Empires. It's awesome. And so thank you very much, everyone out there who is playing the game still. And I hope you will also continue to spread the love of Age of Empires to all of our friends and family and more people in the world.